Hello YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Slicedmelon video. My name is Kieran, also known as Soaring Key, and in this video we'll be making a simple star icon. You can use this in your Roblox games or whatever, but without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm just in Adobe Photoshop, and I've just got this blue background, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. Next, I'm going to make my colour an orange sort of colour. And then I'm just going to go onto this circle down here, right click it and go to polygon tool. What you're going to want to do is click on the settings icon up here and make sure that your star ratio is 50. Then we're also going to turn our stroke off and make sure that our fill is also that orange colour. Now you can just adjust the corner radius up there, and then once you're ready to make your star, hold shift and just drag. And as you can see, we have a nice star icon, but we're not done because we might as well add some nice shading to this star. So the first thing we're going to do is we are actually going to make a new layer, and then we are going to hit Alt, and then we are going to click in between the two layers, and that will create a clipping mask. If you don't know what a clipping mask is, it basically means that everything you draw will stay inside of the star and it will not go out. Now we're just going to pick a dark reddish brown sort of colour and go onto a soft round brush up here on our brush tool, and we're just going to brush some brownish red sort of outline to our star. And now that we've done that, we're going to go over to our layers and click overlay and just turn this down a little bit, and you see we've got some highlights. Then we can go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. You see we've got a nice shadow. Next we can make this white and make a new layer. Do the same thing to clip and mask it, and we're going to make this a bit bigger and just do a massive sort of white area in the middle, and then set this to overlay as well. Turn this down. As you can see, we got some nice glow in the middle of our star. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the star sort of look a bit glossy, so we're going to make a new layer. Again, we're going to make a clipping mask, and we're going to go onto our pen tool, make sure our fill is white and our stroke is off. We're just going to click here and then click and drag over here, and then just keep clicking until it fills the star where you want it to be, and then hit Control H and turn this into an overlay and just turn this down. We're then going to do this again but with a smaller area, and we now have a nice glossy effect for our star. What we can do now is we can actually add some highlights with our brush tool. So let's make a new layer, go into a hard round brush, turn this down to maybe 8, and smoothing, we're going to turn it on around 40 or 50%, maybe even a bit lower. I prefer having it quite low, so I'm going to turn mine down to around 20. But if you are not experienced with drawing like straight lines in Photoshop, then I would recommend that you have the smoothing higher, seeing as the smoothing sort of helps you get your lines straighter. So say I want to draw a line with no smoothing, see it looks like that, but say I turn the smoothing all the way up, it looks like that. So definitely is a noticeable difference, just it's harder sometimes. Alright, so now we got a star. We're just going to go and we're just going to click shift and click on the top layer, then on the bottom layer, holding shift, and then Control E, and that just merges the star. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control J, go into this bottom layer, Control T, and just drag this down, and then we're going to scale it down a little bit and drag it down again. Once you are done, hit Control H, or just click on a tool. What we're going to do now is we're going to go right click on this layer, go blending options and color overlay, and we're just going to make this a dark red sort of color. Okay, that looks pretty good. The next thing we're going to do is make a new layer, go into our pen tool, select this color, and we are just going to join up these corners. To do this, let me demonstrate on the first one. So you zoom in whilst hitting Control and plus, then you go into your pen tool and you click here, then you can click and drag here, and that just joins it up. Just click there, and there we go. I'm going to speed this part up. Right, and there we go, I've joined this up. Now we're just going to select all of these while hitting shift and left click, and then hit Control E to merge this. Now we're going to make a new layer, clip and mask it, and we're going to make this a dark brown colour again. Then we're going to go soft round, and we are just going to brush around the edges. Then we're going to do the same with a white colour. Now we're just going to go onto the layer and turn it into an overlay. As you can see, our star is looking good. If you want, you can go back on this layer and go right click, blending options, inner shadow. And you could add all sorts of stuff like inner shadows, you know, you can make this red. Or what I like to do is I like to make it white. And then just turn my size down and my distance. Let me just check something. Just turn my size up, sorry. And I'm going to set this to an overlay. Turn this down a bit. And as you can see, we have a nice inner shadow on our star. Finally, we're just going to merge all of this by hitting shift and left click on all the layers, and then Control E, and then right click, blend and stroke, and then just add an outline to your star. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I will see you in the next one.